you all. Our team at the Commercial Taxes Directorate at West Bengal present to you today our e-service module that tackles anti-evasion activities of the Directorate. In order to understand the e-system of the Directorate of Commercial Taxes that has been built, we need to briefly understand the background that led to the creation of this online service. The chief part of the Revenue Directorate is, of course, to collect revenue. In that, a big part is identifying and preventing leakage of revenue. Had the officers not taken active part, this portion of revenue would have remained unrealized. We identify, monitor, and recover this revenue, which would otherwise not have been submitted to the government treasury. It would be fair to say that my task is an anti-evasion module that is task-oriented. Here, not only work related to anti-evasion activity is allotted, but also a system of accountability, surveillance, communication, and creation of a data bank of anti-evasion activities is created. The first question that would pop into the listener's mind is, why did we create this module? The answer is that the work of collection of revenue and this monitoring of leakage happens in multiple ways. The smallest unit which works on anti-evasion in the Directorate is called a charge. They work on their own, that is, they generate work on the basis of their own intelligence. Or they are helped by specialized units called the Bureaus of Investigation, the ITC Investigation Unit. There are other directorates such as the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, CBI, the police, and the like. This sharing of data between the smaller units and the specialized units, they needed a platform. Sharing of data and work between the specialized units also needed a platform. The creation of my task became essential to not only provide data but also to avoid redundancy of work between these small units and the bigger specialized agencies. So, whether these units work individually or as parts of a complex chain, my task becomes a link in that chain. It brings together the different basic units and specialized task forces in a common platform where it assists in the analysis of complex chains of evasion. Now coming to the practical aspect of the actual workflow of this e-system. A task is first created. The creator of the task then assigns it to an office. We previously discussed the unit called charge. Say it is assigned to that, to say any charge. The officer in charge of that particular charge allots the task to an enforcement officer. Then the enforcement officer works on the information supplied and shares the result of such work as feedback. Once the feedback is found satisfactory, the officer closes the case. Her immediate superior has to agree to the closure. If found dissatisfactory, the case can be reopened. This eliminates unacceptable closure of a task. All the work at every level is recorded, which later forms the MIS or the Management Information System base of the e-system. Analysis of this work helps us create patterns. For example, it is possible to identify offenders who keep appearing in multiple lists. Or for example, we can denote the spatial zones which have more number of offenders. This increases our preparedness to combat future evasions. No e-module succeeds without the people it involves. All officers have access to my task, right from the assistant commissioner to the vertical head, the special commissioner. Everyone has a user ID with which one logs in. Access to data and submissions regarding tasks is the same for everyone. At every level, an officer can see the task that has been assigned to her and all the information that has been made available by the task creator regarding that task. It is usually in the form of a report and data. Once the task is completed and submitted by the unit level officer, all data and reports made available to the officer by the creator as well as the submission of the unit officer can be seen by her supervisor. Finally, the vertical head and the commissioner can see all data, all tasks assigned and closed, and all pending work of every officer in the Directorate. The purpose of giving everyone access to all data is, firstly, it creates a sense of competition as well as an assessment of where the officer stands in terms of pending tasks in comparison to fellow officers. The supervisory officers also have an overview of where their unit stands in terms of job completion and pendency with respect to the rest of similar units. My task is a fluid system that works in multi-dimensional flows and helps manage anti-evasion work efficiently and with a shorter duration. It also promotes peer learning because feedback of every case closed is shared through this e-system and is available for officers to go through, learn, and evolve. My task brings under the same umbrella anti-evasion activities and data generated and developed by different agencies. Under this system, we get the red flag data sent to us on a regular basis by GSTN, such as who are the return defaulters or a list of registered taxable persons who never filed any return but have purchase footprint. Sometimes reports are sent to us regarding registered taxable persons by the police or CBI. That too is disbursed and allocated via this e-system. The vehicle-related data maintained by NIC Karnataka can be found here. Data generated by the central counterpart, generally racketeer-related data, or by other states that need intervention, is also made available for further processing through this module. The Internal Systems Division and in-house data management wing of the Directorate also pushes data that needs action upon for further attention through this module. Thus, work generated and sought by different agencies come together under a unified platform in this e-system. The scope of working of this module is not limited to the Directorate of Commercial Tax. It encompasses intelligence sharing across our own directorate, inter-directorate. By inter-directorate, I mean the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence or the police or CBI, and even with other states and the central counterpart of GST. The challenges faced before the creation of this system were many. Firstly, the data that is worked upon is not only vast but widespread. Second, the data and information is multi-layered. It can be self-generated or made available from specialized agencies of the Directorate or other directorates within the state, or even, as I said, the central GST counterpart or other states. The flow had to be fluid enough to accommodate all these multi-layers of information as well as to cater to the ease of communication between users and information sources. Third, the number of users is vast, about 1200. The levels of technological knowledge and analytical capabilities of these stakeholders were varied. Bringing them under the same platform where every level of users was expected to do the same task was difficult. This was met through making the e-system simplistic and user-friendly. For example, the user ID and password to be used to log into this e-module was kept the same as an already existing module. Last but not the least is the magnitude of the information stored is huge. This was met through curation of the database and breaking the database to smaller manageable modules. Now we come to the benefits of creating this e-system. As has already been said, the benefits of introduction and use of this e-system has been multifold. My task enables the Directorate to create a strategy to achieve our end goals. What is the end goal? It is to plug evasion. Through this module, there is dissemination of information across the length and breadth of the Directorate. Then, the information is managed effectively to touch every officer and serve as an actionable way to reach this goal. It helps in strategy planning, goal setting, and problem identification at the supervisory level. It increases efficiency by identifying time lag in work, thereby speeding up the process. The feedback is collated in a cogent way and integrated into the system so that an effective system of communication is created intra and inter-directorate as well as with other external agencies. One significant benefit from this e-service platform is that it creates a single window to share and document anti-evasion activities and helps in deeper analysis. It is a forward-focused vision that aligns data to action. Byproducts are coordination, removal of duplication, time and cost-effective functioning, and accountability. I would like to end my presentation by sharing some results that we have achieved. We've had some spectacular results using the MyTask module. The difference between credit as declared by the taxable person and as auto-populated by the sellers was captured by the system. As a result, a task was created and disseminated. The enforcement officer finally realized rupees 18 crores in cash from a single case. Information from CGST authorities Jamshedpur and Jharkhand regarding racketeering activities also yielded in huge block of credit. I come to the end of my presentation, and I end my presentation by thanking my directorate for creating this module and for giving our team the opportunity to present it, the organizers for giving us an opportunity to showcase the initiative, and of course the listeners for their patient hearing. Thank you so much.
Very nice. Actually, West Bengal is one of the states who started computerizing their commercial tax department long back, maybe 15, 16 years back.
Longer actually now.
Sorry, more than that. In fact, more than that. Yeah, that's right. No, why I'm saying 15, 16 years back, because since then I was associated. So it was before that also. So what you are trying to tell is basically this is reaping the benefit of all that long-term work which was done with the computerization plan. Basically, it's a task, the dashboard where you get your one officer as per the role, you get all the things. So what now I want to ask you, it's a huge task and I understand huge data, long, big area and everything is there. I can understand difficult also. What if you are asked, tell me one good point, salient feature which you think is the best and not happen anywhere else. It's yours.
Madam, peer learning in taxation.
Peer learning everybody has done while doing it. You know,
but bringing together so many agencies under one platform. I mean, the external agencies, they are able to access it. We are able to.
No, but as you rightly said, more than 15 years back, you have started this. So you kept on adding one building block. So that kind of the building blocks and learning from the peers, that is already there. These are all continuous process happening. But today you have come to a stage which is much bigger than what you started with. And that's incredible, I must say. So now you say, what is your best feature, which was not there before?
Madam, the USP is basically this, this creating of a cross platform where, madam, actually peer learning is probably there in other places also. And as you said that other agencies have come together and has been integrated in other platforms also. But evasion related did not have it otherwise.
Sorry?
Evasion related where actual money comes in.
Madam, where you got this 18 crores?
Yeah.
Where you got your 18 crores?
Yeah. That is one single case, madam.
Oh,
we've had massive success with this thing.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Very good project. In fact, you have created this system which has augmented the revenue earning of the government. Very good. No question from my side.
Thanks a lot.